Nicole, two eyes to see God's no titled servant.
If you have not watched my short that I uploaded today, where I spoke on detox in the body, go and watch that. But this video I'm about to do now was prompted due to a response that I received. Okay, I had a couple of people to ask me about detoxing and what to do. Again, this video was prompted because I did a short today, right? And I talked about detoxing and sickness, right? It's really short, so go look at it if you haven't looked at it. Here's the other thing that I want to say before I get into why I'm here. Here's what I want to say. People cannot get the help that they need if we don't share. You know, it's like, I get it, I understand. People ask you to share, people ask you to subscribe, people ask you to do all types of things. I get it. And you're like, okay, I'm over that, I'm tired of doing that. But here's what I want you to consider. What are you sharing? What are you being asked to do when you ask to like and share something? Are you sharing a recipe because somebody has now written and now have a cookbook that they're trying to sell? Is it the next conference? You know, things of that sort. But when it comes to the Word of God and Him warning people, and people like myself, you know, I don't like to use the word prophet and prophetess because I don't like titles, and I don't want people to get into all of that and just look for prophecies. But the truth of the matter is, I am God's prophet. I come and I give warnings and I give information that's accurate, that helps the people, help God's people, right? So people are not getting the help that they need because we have people reluctant to share. Like, a share is not going to hurt you. You're helping someone else. And here's why I say that. I shared this particular video to all of my social media accounts, right? TikTok, Facebook, and here on my YouTube channel. Well, I had somebody who was brave enough here on this channel to say that they are currently experiencing what I've warned of. Okay, remember I told you guys I did a short earlier, right? So I have somebody who's currently experiencing what I've spoken about already. I had a couple of people to contact me and ask me about a detox. Now here's the thing. I would love to just answer everybody individually, but what I decided to do was just to simply do a video so everybody would have something simple that they can use. So here's the deal. We don't wait till things happen, right? I did say in the video short that I did what you would need to do should you become sick. But here's the deal. Some people want to be proactive and get started now. I really, let me kind of think about how I'm going to say this. How can I say this? How can I say this? Let me say it this way. Whenever there's a buildup of something that's not good, right? Whenever something builds up and it's not good, and it just compounds and compounds and compounds, right? Naturally, it'll make us become sick, right? But how many of us know when things are intentional? I'm using wisdom. We would be proactive and detox, right? Come on. So here's the deal. There are plenty of herbs, let me get that right, that we can take to detox. Plenty, right? Some herbs are stronger than others. Some herbs cost more. But here's the deal. You don't want to start off too strong regardless, because you don't want to do more harm than good. You got to think about some of us have been eating unhealthy for years and years and years. So I'm going to give you a simple detox to use that I used some time ago when I first started trying to eat healthy and detox. And this is so you don't have any real issues at the onset and on start of trying to detox. Really simple. And so that's going to consist of ginger, turmeric, cilantro, parsley, and lime. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to get some fresh ginger and grate it. You'll need about a tablespoon. You'll need a teaspoon of turmeric. Okay? For your cilantro and parsley, break off about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. And a half of a lime. I didn't say lemon, I said lime. Okay? And you're going to put this in a cup of water and let it boil. So you're going to let it sit, and you're going to drink it when it becomes lukewarm. Of course, you'll have to, strain it with a little strainer or whatever. And you're going to drink this 2 to 3 times a day. Okay? I'm not going to repeat that because you can just go back and listen to the video. Because I don't want to make this video too long. That's for your herbs, right? Now, I'm going to read to you some, I always get this word wrong. I always pronounce it wrong. Astringent fruits, okay? And so, here's the fruits that you're going to eat. You can eat any fruit that you want to eat, but these fruits that I'm about to call out are for detoxing, okay? Grapes, key limes, tangerines, mangoes, oranges, grapefruit, apples, pears, peaches, pomegranates. Listen, grapes are the number one. Seeded grapes, not seedless. They're the number one of all. So what happens when we detox? Detoxing is we need to urinate more. We need to have more bowel movements. We need to sweat because we need our body to release the toxins. And for those of you who are just like, oh my, how am I going to do this? You can't have no meat. You can't have all of the sugar, all of the salt, all of the dairy. I just went over what you're going to do. Okay? That's the foods that you can have. You're detoxing. You're detoxing. Again, there was an individual who's experiencing this. And so I wanted to come on to give a simple detox that we all can use. Most of us already have these ingredients in our house. If you're not new to detoxing and you've been doing this a while, well, you can actually do a different type of detox, right? Where you're going to use different herbs other than the ones that I've named. And guess what? These are in fact herbs. You have to detox your body. I pray that this simple detox is beneficial to you in some way. We're going to have to put the bad foods down. You know why? Because we're going to become extremely ill because of what's in the food. Your body has to detox. You have to release these things from your body. I want to say this lastly before I go. Okay? If you are a person that is not having a bowel movement at least twice a day and not going to urinate 3 to 4 times, I'm going to urge you to please promptly, okay? I mean, with urgency, get your body together. You have to get those toxins from out of, they cannot stay in your body. If there are any questions that anyone would have, please ask them under this video, and I'll do my best to try and respond as the questions would come. Do not, and I repeat, do not sleep on the fact that I am God's prophet. The information that I come with is accurate. The information is warnings. It's on target. God always sends, okay, the prophet ahead of schedule. So we're already aware, so we know what's going on. Guys, we're no longer living in the times that we used to live in. Many people just want to look at the stock market and how it's crashing, you know, and the issues with the banks, and I could go on and on. Whether or not on the 20th of April there's going to be martial law, whether or not the borders are going to be secured so we can't get out, whether or not flight restriction for international travel is going to be put in place. I can go on and on and on. We're supposed to be on top of those things, and we're supposed to be paying attention and acting accordingly. I get that. But what about your health? How are you even going to function the way that you need to function if you cannot trust the things that I've just named and the things that are steadily approaching that's negative? How can you trust and be okay with other things? So catch that. So detox your body. You guys have a blessed one, and much love.